How to get sweet potato chips or sweet potato seedlings the simple way. Hello, welcome to 77's Garden, where we talk about gardening, ways to save money, and other special events. If you are new to the channel, please subscribe and hit the bell icon so that you get notified of all upcoming videos. So today I'm going to show you a simple way you can get sweet potato seedlings, sweet potato chips, and from your store-bought sweet potatoes. So I got the sweet potatoes from the shop, and you can see this it has a couple of eyes already that's starting to shoot. So this one gives you a much better opportunity for them to produce seedlings than the ones without eyes shooting. Even though you can still get seedlings from those, but you want to look for ones that have eyes like that. And then what we need is, we don't need to plant the whole sweet potatoes. We just need but the tip of it that has the eyes. We're gonna plant the eyes. So just cutting the tip that has the eyes like that. This one we're gonna do the same. Cut just the tip that has the eyes. You want to give a little bit of space from where the eyes are, so just so that way it doesn't affect it. But we're just gonna cut the tip like that. That's simple. And so we can eat the remaining sweet potatoes, and then we can just use the other ones. So you can see the remaining sweet potatoes are all intact. We're gonna then move on to see how we can, the next step on getting our sweet potato seedlings or sweet potato chips. Let me know in the comments below if you've done this before, or you've used a similar method, or you have a completely different method of doing it. I did a video once a couple of years ago where I put it in water. I'll see if we can put the link to that video in the description below. But if you have a better way, let me know. So the next step of our sweet potato chip or seedling is dipping the cut edges in ash. The coating it in ash will prevent any diseases or insects from getting into it once we plant it. So you can coat it in ash like that, and just let it dry out in a couple of hours before you plant it. So right now I have my container right here. I'm gonna plant it in this container. So I just fill it with my potting mix. You can also use seed starting mix or compost. And then what we want to do is put the chips with a cut side on the ground like that. And then you want to make sure that the eyes are facing up. So now what we're going to do next is just cover it up. You want to cover it up completely with your potting mix, compost, or whatever material you're using. You want to cover it completely, so that way the seedlings stay moist at all times, and they will start germinate in a couple of weeks, and hopefully we should be able to get some seedlings soon. So we just water it. So this is it. After about close to 3 weeks to a month, they're ready to be transplanted into the garden. So we're gonna start transplanting them into the garden. If you like the video so far, please smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel, and don't forget to share. Thanks for watching. So now we're just gonna take it to the garden, and then we start planting. I'm gonna plant all of them in the garden, and I'll show you how we do that. So usually what I like to do is just like to make sure that I water it. But what we're gonna do is just cut. I'm just gonna try to dig it out from the container by using this tool right here. So dig a hole now, and we're ready to transplant it into our garden. So just take it out like that. And from this, you can see that there are two of them in there. There are two seedlings there. So what I'm going to try to do is just break it apart. So that way I have two separate seedlings instead of planting the two of them all at once. That way it gives me two extra seedlings from this particular seedling that we have here. So I'm just splitting it into two. Put one aside, and then we're going to plant the main one over here. So you want to just bury it into the ground like that. If you like, you can put compost in the hole before you plant it. But I'm just going to put compost later on top. The soil is already fertile I added some compost when I was tilling the soil. So what we're gonna do now is just plant the remaining one. So go to the next spot where we're gonna plant. Then we're just gonna dig a hole like that, and then we can plant our seedling in there. So you want to just cover it up again, and you want to make sure that the seedling is completely covered and only the stem and the leaves are out. And then what we're gonna do is now I'm just adding some compost to the bottom of the two of them that I just did. The compost is gonna provide more nutrients and also make sure that it stays nice and moist. So we're gonna continue planting the rest of the other ones that we have. One other thing you can also do is, if you like, you can put my garden is already fertile, but if you want, you can put some fertilizers or organic fertilizers or any other fertilizers in the hole before you plant, or around the stems before you plant. So same with this one. This one has two seedlings. I'm breaking it apart. So from this, I'm gonna get two separate seedlings from here. So we're just gonna put in the hole, cover it up, and then we should be good to go. And then later on we're just gonna add some compost on the top of the top of the container or top of the bed to provide it some nutrients. So now we're gonna go to see if we can plant this remaining two that we have in here. So we're gonna do the same, dig a hole, and then just put the remaining two, plant it, and then put some organic fertilizer or compost or some of the soil from the container into this on top of this to provide it more nutrients. So like I was saying before, if your garden is really good quality and it has a lot of compost in it, then you don't have to do it. But if you don't have a lot of compost, then you can do it. So this one right here, it hasn't, the leaves stem hasn't shoot yet, but we're gonna still plant it. So let's just cover the top of this one with a potting soil. The potting soil has nutrients in it, so it's gonna provide it more nutrients. So this one that had roots coming out already, but didn't have a stem or leaves, we're just gonna do the same, plant it, bury it, then put some compost potting soil on it to make sure that it provides some moisture. And that is it. So we're done planting, and that's how you get your sweet potatoes seedlings and sips, and you can start growing stuff in your garden. One important note with sweet potatoes, they are vines, so you want to plant them where they have a lot of space to roam around and grow. Okay, that is it for today. I hope you liked the video. If you like the video, smash the like button. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please subscribe to the channel. It helps the channel out. And if you like the video, somebody else might like the video, share the video. And happy growing, everybody.